Good morning, all. Today we are going to be working with one of the lovely fleeces that I got. This is, let me just check my notes here. This is Ray's Wether lamb. So probably about, I'm just reading my notes, but look at how beautiful this is. I just wanted to show you by comparison. This is an unwashed lock, and this is a washed lock. Look at how that silvery gray just pops with a washing. Like this is going to be beautiful dyed, which we will do at some point. But for now, let's talk about this Wether lamb. So mom's name was Ray, who was off of a 50-50 Gotland ewe and a 75% Gotland ram. So the lamb was then sired by a 62% Gotland BFL ram. So he will match out at about 62.5% Gotland BFL cross. It is a soft, silky fleece. Like, this is so beautiful. So we're going to do a few different preps with Ray. I'm calling it Ray. I know the mom is Ray, but I'm calling it Ray. So we're going to do a few different preps with Ray. As you can see, there's very little VM in this. The locks are very well defined, and it is so silky. So we will do a few different preps on this, and then we'll knit up a swatch and see how it looks in a project. But for now, let's get processing. You know the drill. We're going to do 3 or 4 different preps and see how they all turn out in the spinning. And Bobo is coming to help me. You can't see it, but he just attacked me from below. All right, I'm going to reset the camera and we will get started. All right, here we have our Gotland BFL cross fleece, which is, it's just so silky. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick some locks into a cloud. These are still a little bit damp, but I don't mind because that cuts down on static. But I am just going to pick out some locks. There is a little bit of veggie matter. This fleece is crazy clean. As you can see, I bubbled myself, so I'm working with a Band-Aid. Now I want to make sure I get every lock to open up in this for picked. So when you're dealing with locks and you want to pick, grab from the side and just pull the fibers out that way. I find is the easiest. If you try to pull like from the end, it takes so much longer. Just grab it by the side, open it up, and give it a fluff. So we have our locks here. Grab from the side and fluff them open. Now these are such well-defined locks. They kind of want to stay in that structure. And it doesn't really hurt my heart to do this because it is unbelievably soft and silky. And I think it's going to turn out absolutely amazing. All right, so we have just a picked cloud. There's still a few little tips in there that I might just fluff a little more. All right, so one prep, picked locks. We will put that to the side. Next, this one does hurt my heart, but we're going to do it anyways. Oops. We're going to card it. Plop. We're just going to try to turn this into Rolex. Now, I suspect because this is so silky that roll eggs are going to just drift apart. I do not know this for a fact, but I suspect. So we will try it regardless, because you never know. It might actually spin beautifully from a roll egg. I don't know. That's why we're sampling. And then we're going to tuck. Now, the reason I do this hand up, palm up, is so my thumb is not getting in the way over here. If I do it like this, then my thumb is kind of stopping me from pressing down on the fiber above and below my thumb. Whereas if I do it this way, I have the whole side of my hand to hold that fiber down as I'm rolling it into a roll egg. I can tuck and roll much better. That is a crap roll egg. So I'm going to do another one. I'm just going to pluck this a little bit. And we're going to try for a better roll egg, because that one was just beyond crap. I mean, I'm still going to spin it, but you know, I can do better. Now, because I kind of got it clumped up in one spot, I'm sort of moving my card across to redistribute the fiber. That's better. And we're going to do one more pass. This fiber, guys, this is just, I'm so in love with it. All right, now we're going to make a better roll egg this time. I'm going to tuck it really tight. Well, it's a little better. It could also be the fiber that's resisting wanting to be roll eggs. Regardless, we have roll eggs. Just clean out that fiber so we can get straight to our next one. Look at me being all adult, cleaning my tools. All right, and then we're going to comb some. So I have a few locks here. And I'm going to lash on the butts, because I like to say butt. You can call it the cut end if you prefer. I prefer the butt end. Telling you, the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy. All right, there's one. Now these are so fine and silky, I don't even know if these combs are going to comb it. These are just fine combs, double road combs, not extra fine. I try to get all my tools sort of middle of the road so I can do a variety of different fleeces with it. Okay, that's probably enough to start. And I have my spritzer bottle handy for any static. So let's get combing. Oh, this is so silky and fine. It's just, whew, and staticky. Spritz it down pretty good. And then we'll continue. That's our first pass. Now we're going to go with second pass. We're going to come down on our comb. Now this one just pulled off almost completely intact. So I'm going to relash it. Oh, no, tips on this side, butts on this side. Oh, this is so pretty, guys. Look how pretty it is. And it is so soft and silky. Oh, there's a little piece of veggie matter. It's very, very clean fleece. All right, I'm going to give it another spritz because it is very staticky, probably because of the length and the silkiness. And then we're going to comb again. There's like no resistance as I'm combing this. It's just sliding right on through. And again, someone with my coordination level should probably not comb towards themselves. That's very dangerous. So don't do what I do. Technically, you should flip your comb upside down and comb across that way to come in from the other side rather than comb towards yourself, because you are dealing with very sharp instruments and you could severely hurt yourself. So I shall try to do it the proper way. Okay, this does not want to come off the combs. So let's loosen up on the back. Because it's still early in the combing process, I'm going to fluff the back. Later on, you won't want to do that, or if you have a particularly dirty fleece, because then you will just be releasing all of the dirt and debris back into the fleece. Okay, that just does not want to come off of there, so off it goes. And our final comb. Oh, this is so beautiful, guys. Just so beautiful. All right. And now, first thing I'm going to do is, you can see the little, like, there's not a whole lot of veggie matter in that, but I don't want it to get back into my roving. So I'm going to flick it onto the floor. This is why I have wood floors, so they're easy to clean. Now, oh, it's so soft. I just want to keep petting it. I'm just going to pull it off into roving. Now this is so silky, it's going to want to just drift apart. So I'm going to put a twist in it as I'm pulling it off. It doesn't have a lot of tooth to it. Like, it's not really grippy. It's not holding to itself. So as I'm doing this, it just wants to drift apart. But oh my, it's lovely. And I'm having to be very careful in trying to balance pulling hard enough to get it to draft and not pulling too hard to have it suddenly fly apart. All right. There we go. See, it just wants to drift apart. So I'm trying to put a bit of a twist in it to kind of hold it together. There. So now we have some worsted prep. And what else do we have to do? Flipped locks. Okay. There's some veggie matter. Chunk of hay. No big deal. Toss that out. Let me grab my flicker. All right. Let's do some flipped locks. And then turn it around. Flick the butts. Oh, this is just so gorgeous. And staticky. This would make like amazing doll hair. It would be so soft and silky for styling and stuff. Oh, just amazing. And okay, let's reverse this. We're going to flip the butts first. I usually do it the other way, and I have absolutely no reason for doing it that way. Just how I've done it. It's probably easier to do it this way, and I'm just being silly doing the flip cut, doing the tip end first. So this one's still relatively damp, so you can see how the curl is still very visible. So we'll just do a couple more. Oh yeah, we were going to try butt in first. It probably makes more sense to do it this way since the butt is generally going to be more tangled than the tip. Okay, there we go. So we got some flicked. So we have picked, flicked, roll eggs, and worsted. I'm going to get my wheel set up, and we will do some spins with different preps on Ray and see how it goes.